Well, here I am at nighttime, sitting in a gas station. Actually, living in a gas station. This is my house, and around me is my home also. When you live out of a vehicle, the outdoors are a big part of your house because a vehicle, whether a car or a van, does not have too much room. I live in a Jeep, and down the road, if I ever got to a point where I still lived as a nomad into my 60s, 70s, and 80s, obviously at that point, then I would definitely convert over to a van. Now I don't see the benefit because I like to keep the fuel efficiency, the stealthness, and the option to DoorDash or gig economy in a regular vehicle. But I think about for many people, would a retirement plan be good to live in a van? Um, is that a good strategy to have for people? A big part of their life, Tony. It's great to see you. I know I'm going to see Tony on direct deposit day because me and him have a passion to get paid, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, some people have a passion to take a nap, and then they give me death threats. Yeah, that's true, guys. I've had a few death threats on YouTube. What do I think about it? Hey, guys, look, whether Elon Musk take us to Mars or not, guys, we're all going to die. Okay, so I'm not going to live as a turtle under a shell. Not going to happen. Um, Charles, great to see you, brother. Great to see you. So, one of the best things about living in the vehicle is that you are on the wheels. Okay, you're not on a foundation. You're mobile, but it takes a mind to adapt. One of the reasons I caution people not to live in a vehicle is because I want people to be honest with themselves. They don't adapt well. They don't deal with change well. They don't deal with change well. They're rigid in their mind. And it's not a judgment, it's an observation of my life experience. Great to see you, Hal. What's good, Sam? Running the place this weekend alone. Excited. It's great. Now you've been on the job for 6 weeks. Now you're getting more responsibility. You're getting more confidence. I saw a guy do a video. Same thing. When he first started the job, the first 2 weeks he wanted to quit. It was too hard. Now he's been on a job for 3 months. He's coasting through it. He loves it. He's encouraged. It's awesome. $2 super chat. You're witnessing history, guys. Ulysses, aka Professional Window Cleaners, was the first ever person to super chat me. I can't believe you still watch. Shout out to you and your son. Be careful in this heat, Sam. One love. One love to you. One love to your son. There's good people out there. For every death threat I get, I got 100 more people clicking that thumbs up, clicking that membership, leaving a comment. What I want to tell you tonight, guys, Freddy Krueger ain't making movies, but I'm still making videos every day. Okay? And God willing, I'll continue to make them. And if I don't, guys, I already understand the science of life. None of us live forever. There's a scripture that says don't cling too much to your life because you're not going to be able to share your testimony. You're not going to be able to live in your truth. Guys, I don't look for trouble. I tell you to avoid trouble. Every teaching, every video I upload, even if I speak wild, it's all wholesome, healthy teaching. So anyone that has a problem with that is the devil. And guys, there's going to be a problem no matter what. Okay? What you want me to do? Okay? Tell you to take a nap, take drugs. Okay? And I'm going to pander to you? No, ain't going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay? So what I can tell you, guys, I've lived in a gated community, and right now I live in a gas station. Now here I want to blow your mind. You said, well, you're taking a lot more risk living in a gas station. I want to tell you a story. When I moved into this gated community, a nice area, guys, okay, when I bought my first house at 22, and I said, man, I'm in a nice area. Everyone was it's a very nice area. And so I move in, guys, the second week, you know what happened? In this gated community, not like just a gate, there was a guard, okay? There's a physical security guard, 24/7. So I'm thinking, I'm living like the rich folk, okay? I'm behind the walls, no one's bothering me, okay? I'm in a good section. The second week in a gated community, you know what happens? Some young kid who's visiting his friend, just a bunch of rich, little kids, stole or tried to steal the Jaguar emblem from my Jaguar. He ripped it off. My neighbor, good guy, I love my guy. He said, Sam, someone just messed with your car. He got hit in his car. I ran down the street. My Timberland's falling off. We caught up with the kids. I got the thing back. Okay. I got it back. But but they were young kids, so it wasn't a problem. It was almost a problem. But when I went back to my house with the Jaguar emblem in my hand, and I'm sitting there in the gated community in my brand new house, I said, ain't this a bitch? Here I am in the gated community. That was like the first time I ever had, well, no, that wasn't the first, but that was like, I would have never expected something bad to happen. Okay. So has anything bad happened while I've been living in my car? Because if you want to retire, I don't know if you want to retire in a gas station. Like I said, guys, I would say there's been about 2 to 5 times that there's been a potential issue at night. Okay. Someone knock at your door, a drug, like an arrest area. This was a rest area off I-95 two times. One rest area off I-95, traveling back and forth up and down the East Coast. There was some guy in Georgia, drunk guy, just knocked on my door. There was no problem. There was almost a problem in South Carolina, right off I-95. There was I stopped to get gas at a truck stop, and then I went to go in and get some food. I came back in my car at around midnight, but I was driving up the coast, and I put my phone on to watch a little YouTube, and there was almost a problem with some guy because he was basically begging for money, and I didn't want to talk to him, and he was like, well, why don't you want to talk to me? And I'm thinking to myself, see in my mind I'm saying, motherfucker, it's fucking midnight. Do I want to strike up a conversation in a gas station with a total stranger who's lurking? Guys, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. But you can't tell someone who's on some other shit. You can't tell him that. So I just don't say nothing. Guys, you know my fallback plan when the shit is like crazy? I don't say nothing. Or I say very little, guys. Okay. And I keep it very calm. Okay, but I keep my eyes very peeled. But what I want to tell you guys, see, this is a whole mindset when you're retiring. Okay? When you're retiring, the biggest thing, guys, if you're going to live in a van, you got to figure out where you're going to park. Okay, I can do it now. I'm in my 40s, guys. I'll figure this shit out. But it's a little bit more risky. Do you want to drive at night? Old people don't want to drive at night. So now you're at the RV park. Do you want to retire in the RV park? Do you want to retire in a gas station? Well, here's the opposite. We're going to go all live comments. Shout out to everyone out there. Shout out to you, Ulysses, again. I was looking at one of these communities because, guys, if you're not going to retire in a van, you're either going to buy a single family house or you're going to buy a condo or a mobile home RV lot. The single family house, you guys know what that is. That's a lot of maintenance. It's a lot of upkeep. Okay, it could be a lot of money. Even after you pay off your mortgage, you got home insurance, you got lawn maintenance, you got roof, you got all this stuff. Okay, but you got a little bit of independence. You don't have an HOA. Because if you get a condo, if you get an RV lot, or if you get a mobile home, you're probably going to be in HOA 90% of the time. And I looked at one of these RV lot communities, and I said, well, and again, I looked through the bylaws. If you're going to buy in an HOA, you got to look at the bylaws, but mainly, you got to look at the meeting minutes of the last 3 meetings. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. And then you got to look at the financials. And so I'm looking at the meeting minutes and I'm seeing, there's always going to be some issues. Okay. And I'm seeing all the rules and the regulations. The biggest thing is getting in there, the transition. Okay. You get in these places, it's the transition. It's getting in there, people getting used to you. They want to know you're not a threat, okay? They want to know you're going to play the game, you're not a troublemaker, just like any community, okay? And, I am. Guys, I'm a peaceful person. Okay? I don't want no problem, but, don't go stealing no stuff off my car, man. I'm not bothering you, okay? Keep showing up, guys. You say, what should you do if you got a psychopath stalking you? Guys, keep showing up. What you gonna do, guys? There's psychopaths everywhere. This is the psychopath apocalypse, guys. Okay? You tell me where there's not a psychopath in this motherfucker, all right? I'll tell you that you can't hide from these psychopaths, so just fuck them. Okay? Fuck them. And I was looking at this HOA community. And I was reading, I said, yeah, well, you got to get in there, got to get used to it. So you got a couple month adjustment period. And then as long as you're not a problem, it's not a problem. You just pay the fee every month, and there's an assessment once in a while. Everything goes up. And that's retirement. You live a static life. Here's what you got to figure out in retirement, guys. Bottom line. Where do you want to live? That's always going to be my number one sermon. Because a huge part of retirement is living where you want to live and figuring out how you can do it financially. Because, guys, there is cheap stuff. I show you guys cheap stuff. Even in the housing economy, all-time high, I've shown you videos this past week, all under 100,000, some under 50,000. Now, but some of these places are in the middle of the country land. So if you just want cheap, you can find it. If you want to be by the beach, you can find it, but it's going to cost more. Where do you want to live? How can you afford it? This is retirement. You say, well, I can only afford to retire if I live in a van. Okay, where are you going to park it? In an all-night gas station? All right, you're going to drive at night in your 60s, 70s, and 80s? Would I retire in a van? Well, without it, in my 60s, I would do it. In my 70s, I may do it in my early 70s. By the time I'm 75, I would at least want some type of home base. But what is a home base, guys? A home base is basically you pay for something to have a guaranteed place to go. And if you're going to buy a home base, you want your favorite grocery store within 15 minutes, your favorite activity, whether it's walking by the beach or whatever, within 15 minutes. You want a gym within 15 minutes. You want everything that you like to do within 15 minutes. That's retirement. Why? In retirement, you want to drive less. You want to deal with people less. You want more peace. Tony, $5 Canadian super chat, all in the Psychopath's Grill. That sweet sleeping set the sweet sleeping setup you have going on in the back of your truck is looking comfy. I'm not going to lie. Tony, that's an excellent comment. Thank you, brother. I have slept better in my Jeep for the past 4 years than in many regards and many times than I slept in my condo in my gated community that I owned for 15 years. And I don't have an air conditioner. Guys, even in Florida in the summer, I know you Lisa said stay cool, but guys, it's not been bad. I got that fan blowing on me at night. I hate air conditioning. I got that fan blowing. And I feel cozy. Here's the one thing me and ESP connect on this. I like sleeping in a vehicle more because it's small and cozy rather than sleeping in a house. I slept in my condo. I slept in a hotel for 30 days 2 months ago. And I enjoy sleeping in my car better. Now, the RV lot to me is the best solution. Because the RV lot is, I could park the RV, I could park my car, and I got, even if I wanted to sleep in my car, I could sleep in my car, not without making a big deal of it. So that kind of more and more is my direction. No shared walls, concrete pad, no maintenance. But I got the HOA. But guys, right now, look, right now, the biggest thing about living in your van or living in your car, guys, I don't have HOA rules. I just got to keep it moving. I got to keep it moving. See, what you have when you retire is an older body, not as great vision, and you don't want to keep it moving as much. You still want excitement, though. Okay, you're not dead at 60. You're not dead at 70. By 80, guys, you're close to death. It's true. It's fact. We're all going to die, so it doesn't mean you should just pick a house and say, I want to die here. But I want to tell you tonight that living in your vehicle can be done. I've done it. Now, I don't think most people should do it. And why? Because I think most people, they don't watch me because they say they have to take a nap. Do I see people living in their van during the day at beach parks and never moving? Yes. I don't know where they go at night. But during the day, they stay at that beach park. They never move. They just roll around their van. So people can do it. I don't know where they go after that. I'm in Florida. If you live in a van, guys, location's key. I've lived in my car for 2 years in the winter in New Jersey. How was that? It wasn't that fun, but it was exciting to be free from the HOA, to be free from a conforming way of life, and to have all these hopes and these dreams. This is what living in your vehicle does, guys. It frees you up to really think about all these possibilities. However, the reality is most people sit in their car, don't accept DoorDash orders, don't move, and their imagination was better than the reality, and in a year's time, they're off the road. That's the truth. Guys, I've beaten the odds by even doing this lifestyle, and it's not hard. I don't want to say, like, guys, I'm doing like this grand thing. It's not. I'm just trying to tell you, you're not going to want to do it. Most people do not. Most people, after the initial high, either they have to keep buying a new vehicle, or they just get antsy because the first little issue is, I don't know. Look, living in your vehicle, you got to look at it like a tiny home on wheels. You got to figure out a place to park. You got to figure out, you have to have a little bit of an intense mindset. You got to have a routine. You got to have a flow of the day. You got to scout out a perimeter. You got to know where's your gym, where's your gas station, where's your place to sleep, where's your park, and you got to keep a flow. You got to switch it up. You don't want to create too many patterns. And you're going to deal with some elements of people more because you're in the public more. You're not in a gated community. Now, even in gated communities, like I shared, there's some things that happen. But guys, that was probably the only thing that really bad happened in 15 years. In 4 years, nothing major happened, thank God. But it's like, your biggest threat living on the road is a car accident. Okay. You got insurance, but it's just a threat physically, and it could be a level of financially. Your biggest hedge is a good savings account, a good steady flow of income, whether Social Security or side hustles, and your ability to get off the road if you need to, if you want to. So we're going to go to all members' comments. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone who got the direct deposit today. Shout out to everyone who started a job 6 weeks ago. Shout out to everyone who's been working on the same job for 30 years. Guys, you're close to retirement. You can retire in your van in your 60s and 70s. In your 80s, there's going to be a change. Okay. But look, if you have a van that's fully self-contained, and that means you have a fully contained bathroom, shower, and a toilet with a pipe that goes out to the sewage to hook it up. You have a kitchenette and you have a sleeping quarters. That's a fully self-contained RV. Okay. If you have that, technically, even by IRS standards, that's a dwelling. Okay. And if you really needed to get off the road, okay, you can park it at an RV park. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow showing you a very tight RV park. There's good ones and bad ones. But some of these RV parks, guys, they cost just as much as an apartment rent. Okay. So, look, you can write off your RV loan as your primary residence if you live in it, if it's fully self-contained. If you get an RV, you want it to be fully self-contained, especially if you're older. Because that's your exit strategy. Guys, if you're going to live in a van, and it's a build-out van, like my Jeep's a build-out Jeep. It's not, by IRS standards, this is not a house. So, for it to be considered a house, you need a kitchenette, a bathroom, and a sleeping quarters. You need like a Class B van. Okay. They're $100,000. That's a condo. That's definitely a down payment on a single family house. It's a different lifestyle though. The best thing you need to do, the major thing you need to do is figure out where you want to live. That's the number one thing. And that's what living in your vehicle really does. That's why I did it. Because I was faced with that choice. One is, I knew no matter what, it's a no-brainer. Tom to sell my house. Why? Because I didn't want to live there anymore. I can get out of it, okay, break even or whatever, and stay flexible until I figure out where I exactly want to put down roots. And while you're on wheels, you travel around, you scout the land, you scout the land, you scout the land. You run the numbers, you pick up side hustles. You figure out, after doing the research, where you want to settle eventually, even if you don't, how you can make money there, whether it's going to be a supplement your Social Security or till you can get to Social Security. And then it's a matter of being a hawk. You circle around in your van or whatever, and if the day comes where you want to get out of the sky and you want to land and you want to nest, then you swoop down. And if you want to fly until your wings break, that's fine. I saw a bird today in the park. His wing was broken. Very sad. He only had small little legs just hopping around. See, that's the thing. Everyone says, I want to live in a van. I want to live in a car. Guys, you break your leg. We got a viewer just broke her leg. You get in a big accident, that's my biggest threat. I think about it. I don't wish it on myself. I don't wish it on others. I got some death threats. They wished me a lot of shit, and I told them, easy. Okay. I don't know why you'd make a threat on the internet, the most tracking device in the world, but that's all right. So, you have to remember, guys, if you get laid up, you got to be parked up. Okay. Or you got to have enough money to park your car and go rent a brand new place and go through all those logistics. But at the end of the day, I got through another day without a house. At the end of the day, guys, I don't know if I will ever have a house. What's my retirement plan? Guys, my retirement plan is one as I figured out where I want to live, South Florida. I would like to keep my housing expenses below $1,000 a month or right around there. You say, well, that's too much. Guys, one is if you buy a van, it's going to take you about 5 years to live in that van to make it worth your while. Okay. 2 is even if you buy a house cash, your property taxes, your insurance, your utility bills, all that's going to equal close to $500 to $700 a month minimum. Guys, when you go to rent something, there's a reason. Those rents are based on property taxes, insurances, covering those costs, and a little bit more. Okay. So, even when your house is fully paid off, you better at least have $700 a month for your property taxes, home insurance, some general maintenance, and utilities. And if you don't have that, then you're going to get in a van, and you're going to get in a van, then you're going to have more gas. You're going to have breakdowns. You're going to have to park. You may be able to cut a little bit more. Food's going to be your biggest thing. You can eat out of a can, living in a van. Try to beat the man. Every day I live in my van, I beat the man. And it's true, you can a little bit, but not, guys, no one truly beats the system. Like they say on Wall Street, don't fight the Fed. Guys, you can get around some of the entrapments. I've done it. But you're not really, guys, I'm not Elon Musk in it. Okay. I'm not going to Mars. Okay. Guys, I'm in the all-night gas station. I'm actually doing the opposite Elon Musk is doing. Okay. Elon Musk is trying to get us off fossil fuels. I'm burning fossil fuel. Now, eventually, I'll probably have an electric car. All of us will. By 2030, guys, most people have electric car or hybrid electric. Guys, bottom line is you'll be retired before we get to Mars. Bottom line is even when we get to Mars, it would take 100 years to develop it to be anything worth living in. Bottom line is you got 80 years to figure out how you want to live. The first 20, you just got to go to school and do what they tell you. Elon Musk, I watched the interview with him today because I said, let me stop watching some of these psychopaths on YouTube. I call it an algorithm of idiots. And so I watching some interview because Elon Musk's a smart guy. I mean, I give it to him. And so he was doing this interview. And he said, how would you change the educational system? Because he said the educational system's a disaster. And I agree. He goes, well, you make the educational system like a video game because everyone likes to play video games. Even ESP and everyone else, I was going to say psychopaths, but I won't say that. They were saying that they like to do the Spanish, how to learn Spanish, like Diablo or whatever. It's like a video game. I like to do DoorDash when I did it because it was like a video game almost. Psychopaths or the primitive mind likes engaging in a good technology interface. And it's understandable. So he was just saying it makes school more like a delivery app, more like a video game than you do a rigid arts and craft, sit in a class for 45 minutes while a teacher who just got off her break in South Carolina is going to come to teach you about something. I want to tell you tonight that as you get into your 20s and 30s, what you start to think about is retirement. It's in the back of your mind. I had some psychopath who hasn't even gotten out of school yet talking about, I'm going to retire by the age of 55. She hasn't even started working. That's all right. And I think if you can figure out where you want to live, afford it, then living in a van is just a different lifestyle. Maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe a little bit more risky. Once you get into your 80s, you're going to need a lot of stability. So I would say you can live in your van in your 60s and 70s. 80s, it could be done, but the risk is so high, it's not probably worth it. 90s, guys, you know it's done. You're not probably going to be alive. You say, well, I want to do it until I die. Well, I'm not mad at you. Just give it some thought. Take this advice from a guy who's broadcasting from an all-night gas station. Do I see anyone right now living in their van? Not at the moment, but I do today. I mean, I see a lot more people living in their vehicle in Florida than I ever did in New Jersey. Okay. And that's why I say, guys, homeless people are nomads. They flock to warm weather. Florida is one of the most conservative states in America. And I see a lot more homeless than I ever did in New Jersey. So, you know, people say, oh, all these homeless people in California. Now, I will say this. You're going to see panhandlers in Florida. You're going to see people living in your vehicle. But you ain't going to see no damn tent city. I'm not going to lie about that. So they do, they make you keep it moving. So, even though there was a tent city I saw a year ago in West Palm, in I forgot the name of that park, Prince Park or something. But then I think eventually they switched them out of there. But, look, a van is expensive, even if you buy it yourself. A van for someone to drive is not that easy. I drove a van for a few years. 250 van. It wasn't that fun to drive, to be honest with you. I enjoy driving my Jeep. A van is not that fun to drive. It's fun maybe to live in, to cook in, but not to drive. A house is not that fun to live in. It's a lot of empty rooms. It's a lot of meaningless memorabilia. Sometimes bad memories, maybe of someone who passed or past experiences. Endless renovations. And a yearning to go on vacation. Retiring in your house is a snooze fest. I had someone, maybe she was the one who left me a death threat, even though I think it was a guy. I had a person who left me a death threat. Well, I don't know if she was the one, but this is one that she watched Law and Order in her house all day. She watches my videos, a guy living in his car. And she was telling me, like, yeah, I used to be homeless. I love my house now. I'm not mad at you. I'm giving you my perspective, basically. But it was always I'm pro house. I love my house. I love my house. As long as you recognize, even if it's paid off for, you're paying for it, I'm not mad. But I always wonder why people that live in a house watch my channel. Now, I know I talk about other things than living in your car. But to me, there's something in the spirit that people want some adventure. People want Thelma and Louise. People want you to pull up to their house and say, get your old ass in here. We're going on one last adventure. Bring your walker. Bring your old people diapers. And bring some gas money. But I want to tell you this is a solo male living in his car. I'll never travel with someone else. Never. Thank you, Gina. I'll tell you right now, guys, you want to destroy your life, live in a van with someone else. See, guys, I want to live in about 200 square feet or less. That's why I like living in a car or van. I do. And I want to get a studio apartment. If I ever get an apartment, a studio apartment, even though I don't want shared walls, mobile homes are a little bit too big than what I want. The RV lot with the RV on it, at least I can make that small. Even though I know they say, well, if you're going to get an RV lot, don't get a small travel trailer. Those are meant to be towed around. Get a bigger one. I know. Maybe. We'll see. But, guys, I spent 4 years in my car to figure out where I want to live. I knew it was kind of Florida, but there's a lot of different parts of Florida. I've been showing you videos. And I looked at an HOA rules and regulations today, and I said, oh, here we go. You know, and the single-family homes know better. I look at them, I said, oh, here we go. Guys, a regular housing choice is a total entanglement. I don't care if it's below your means. I don't care if you inherit it. Guys, the baby boomers will die, and there will be a housing crash because there's going to be more people selling than buying. And I want to tell you tonight, even Joe Biden can't save you from the baby boomer housing crash. There will be a buyer's market again. Never forget it. But for now, we're in a seller's market. And the baby boomers still want to go on one last adventure. Jack Burst, $2.99 super chat. Bob Wells and Biden are coming for you. I like that you do Bob Wells in there. Don't forget, guys, Bob Wells is nowhere near the age of Joe Biden. Bob Wells is only like 60, early 60s. And don't forget, guys, Bob Wells making 6 figures. So he can do whatever he wants. I'm not mad at him. And Joe Biden, guys, we all know Joe Biden is a puppet. He's a Weekend at Bernie's, guys. But we know, okay, that's what we needed more than complete disaster. So, should Joe Biden be living in a van? Guys, you know, every day I'm like, I wake up, I say, man, am I going to get the notice that Joe Biden's dead? Okay. Mike, $3 super chat. Rock on, man. Peace and love to you also. Thank you for that gracious tip. All right, let me get my ass. Thank you, Mike. I saw you last night, too. I appreciate you. All right, thank you, Jack. What I want to tell you, thank you, Ulysses. Let me go to all my members' comments, guys. I've been rambling. Tony, thank you. Direct deposit day for everyone out there putting in that work. Okay. For all you sloths out there, remember, even if you live in a van, you got to take care of the bag. Yeah, Weekend at Biden's. That's a fair point, guys. That's actually an excellent slogan. I should do a live feed called Weekend at Biden's. It'd be a very good one. Thank you for watching tonight. We're just getting started. Guys, on a Friday in a gas station, when that's your house, it's open all night long. Now, do you think about it? Is that your retirement plan? You say, yeah, I'm retired right now. I'm living in my house. I'm up all night long because I take naps. Well, hey, guys, then just keep watching. Click the thumbs up. Share this video with your ungrateful relatives. Pat Go, love to you. And let's read all the members' comments. Tony, I love you, brother. Andre, man, is missing in action. I hope Andre ain't the one that gave me a death threat. Because I know where he lives. I'm just playing. That's what that motherfucker... Yeah, let's stay positive. Positive. Tony, I love you, man. Charles, yo, what's up, man? What's up, brother? Hal, what's good, Sam? You're running a place now, man. That's what happens after a few weeks. I'm very proud of you. ESP, I love you. I clicked the thumbs up on your video. Why? showed you some support. I left a comment. Why? I put you in the algorithm of success. And I saw that you gave me a shout out. I will break for MILFs. I masturbated twice today to some MILF porn. Nikki Brooks today. Why? Because I was in the mood, and I'm in the mood every day. Why? Because I'm not retired, and I think even when I'm retired, I think probably more so for males, even though some females have a high sex drive, is there's an excitement. You say, well, if I live in a van, where do I masturbate? Well, a van, you got plenty of room. ESP, I don't know if you want to share if you masturbate. All my seniors, I know you don't want to hear this part. Again, guys, remember, you're not quarantined in this live chat. Go spend time with your husband that you don't want to talk to. Yeah, that's exciting. Guys. So, look, guys, when you live in your car, it's not as fun because you don't have as much space to masturbate. Okay. So, obviously, look, guys, I know I don't do it. Guys, I tell you pretty much straight up. There's a lot of people, I'm sure they masturbate in Planet Fitness showers. Okay. I don't do it. So, what's the answer to living in your van? Well, guys, when you live in your van, you're going to be doing a lot of shared space, outdoor space, gym showers. So you may be walking in semen. Okay. Now, is that a bad thing? Well, guys, look, well, to me, it is what it is. I actually enjoy taking showers at the gym. Why? I don't like to clean showers. I don't like to worry about a water heater. I love taking showers at the gym. That's true. So, I would tell you get a separate gym membership that has a private shower, though, other than Planet Fitness. How? First weekend working alone. I rotate weekends. I had off today. You're going to do great, brother. Why? Because your biggest job is to show up. Your second biggest job is to know your emergency escalation contact list. After that, do your rounds. Stay alert. Take your breaks. And before you know it, you'll be home. I'll be broadcasting live. Tomorrow we'll have a whole nother topic. And you'll say, Sam, I just did my first weekend working alone. And I'll tell you, brother, you did it again. You showed up. You may come in here one day and say, Sam, someone threatened my life. I'll tell you, show up at work. Document, show up at work. Get them. They're going to get fired. You're going to show up. You're going to get ahead. Yeah. Guys, how do you handle death threats? Well, document, report, and show up. Why? Hey, guys, look, what are you going to do? Okay. So to me, it's like, this is life. And what I tell you in life, guys, you're either going to show up or you're not. Okay. And, you can't even really hide behind a gated community all the time. Because like I said, I had problems there. Well, not a lot of problems. One problem, really. But, just keep showing up. Hal, I'll read it. Ulysses, great to see you, man. Again, shout out to you and your son. Nothing but love and respect to you both. And I appreciate you, man. I know you're doing great. You got a positive attitude. Tony, congratulations on the job, Hal. Tony, you know what it is. Tony's a big money man. Shout out to Canada. Tony, I know that weather's good in Canada right now. And I know that you persevered, man. You did what you need to do for your career, for your life. You're setting yourself up great for retirement. I know you got the index funds popping. And I know that you're a man that appreciates the word show up. Or it's two words, actually, show up. I understand. But I know that you also like another two words, retirement plan. And guys, the retirement plan is you need a flow of income. You need your expenses below your income. And then you got options. And the greater your income versus the expenses, the greater the gap, the more surplus cash, the more options you have. So you could buy an RV lot, you could buy a house, you could buy a van. If you ain't got shit, guys, you ain't going to be able to do shit anyway. So keep dreaming. Obviously, guys, living in a vehicle could be more economic, but if you're just going to stay parked, you're pretty much living that tent city life. It's not a bad life per se. I mean, I don't know, guys. Look, everyone's different. Okay. So overall, I've enjoyed my experience living in my vehicle. And I've never thought I would have said that 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Will I be retiring in my vehicle 20 years from now? Hard to say, I don't think so, but I'm not going to say it's outside the realm of possibility. What's my dream now? Guys, my dream now is to get through each day, to look for an opportunity if it presents itself, to stay consistent, to exercise self-care, only have healthy relationships. Document anything that's totally illegal or unhealthy and that's pointed at harm towards me. Show up, because at the end of the day, guys, look, you can fall and kill yourself with a number 2 pencil, go through your ear and stab your brain. So there's no life that you avoid risk. There's only risk management. Okay. And I'm sweating. It's glistening off the neon signs and all-night gas station. And I'm in the algorithm of success because I showed up. You're clicking a thumbs up. We got some super chats. Shout out to all my members. Share this video with every ungrateful person you know. Because what I want to tell you guys, you can never reach the ungrateful. But there are more ungrateful people, so let my channel grow. For the grateful people, they're a blessing from the Lord. They're the salt of the earth. But what I could tell you is this. There's a lot of people sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with their daughter. Not getting with her, sleeping in the same house. Sleeping with a guy that is totally not the right guy. Sleeping with the girl that's totally not the right girl. And I want to tell you tonight, when you're living with the wrong person, you're never going to retire. You're going to die a miserable, elongated death. You'd be praying for someone to give you a death threat, okay? Because you basically, this is what happens. You basically wish death on each other every day. See, like you guys say, oh shit, that's crazy, man. That's why I want to have a YouTube channel. You get death threats. I say, yeah, well, don't forget there's a mother somewhere living with her daughter, and they both wish death on each other every day. I've seen them on my own, guys, see in my own life. So, but it works for some people. Doesn't work for me. You know, I want to live on my terms. You know, would I ever deal with HOA again? I would deal with it. Because I understand life, guys. I mean, even now I deal with the system. I deal with life. I mean, guys, I don't know what some of you people want. Like, you think like you're going to take over the system. Then what are you going to do? How are you going to change the system? How are you going to make it? But they ain't going to do shit. They just want anarchy. So let's go back to live comments. Charles, I'm fully monetized. Ad revenue coming through you on YouTube. Now, making money every day. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Shout out to Rick Ross. Let's see if I can click on your channel, brother, and give you a penny. Because for every view, you get about 1 penny. But what I want to tell you today is better to get a penny than just to get a death threat. Never forget it. Let's see if I can click on Charles and give him the algorithm of success. It's a big day when you get monetized. It's a big day when you sell your house and live in your vehicle. How did I feel when I sold my house? And I was in the parking lot of Wells Fargo, I think. After closing, I went to Wells Fargo to deposit the check. And I was sitting in the bank parking lot homeless for the first time in my life. And how did I feel? Guys, I actually felt very relieved. I felt very happy. I'm not going to lie. I remember talking to my mom. My mom didn't know at the time what I was doing. But she said, Sam, I don't know what you're doing, but you sound happy. I was actually more nervous the day I bought my house than the day I sold it. Now, I think it'd be different going forward because I'm more mature. I understand finances more, et cetera, et cetera. All right, Charles only got 10 subscribers, you cheap, ungrateful bastards. I'm clicking on your channel, brother. I don't know how you got monetized, but you're monetized. I'll see an ad. I clicked the thumbs up on your latest video. I'm going to leave a comment. I'm going to put you in the algorithm of success. His latest video is the Lord is showing off in Florida. Feel retired. Sounds like you're retired. I'm going to leave a comment right now. Are you retired? Question mark. See, that's another like YouTube trick. I don't play this game. But the YouTube trick is to get people to leave a comment and then engage them in conversation. I block a lot of people because, guys, I try to engage with people that there's going to be some healthy dialogue. Some people, they just want to engage in blah, 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 blah. And even though it's good for the algorithm, it's bad for my mental health. At a certain point, you got to say, is the algorithm or is it my mental health? And I pick my mental health. Why? Because YouTube ain't paying that much and it's a side hustle. And what I can tell you is the big YouTubers don't get that engaged because they don't have to. When you're at the low level, you got to. Okay, so you're an algorithm of success, brother. I'm going to the next live comment. I feel good tonight in the all-night gas station, living in my car. I'm semi-retired. Not fully there, but I'm doing the best I can. I feel free. I feel like a bird. I feel juicy because I've been sweating, but only because I've been doing this live feed, my windows up. I actually, it's not been that bad in Florida, actually. All right, let's go to all live comments again. Tony says, what's the new job, Hal? I believe it's something in the medical industry, but maybe Hal's answered. D says, hey, D, how are you? How's your leg feeling today, D? Shout out to you. Hey, Sam, happy to see you. It's always great to see you. Hey, everyone. D, we love you. Hal, good looks, Tony. Timothy, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Hey, Sam, hello to you. My girl, ESP, at Charles Thumbs Moneybag, yeah. ESP, you can get monetized. You're very smart. You can do it. Hal, at Tony, operations manager for housekeeping at Mount Sinai Hospital. Here we go. What I want to tell you is anytime you go into the medical industry, whether you're a security officer, whether you're a housekeeper, whether you're a janitor, etc. My grandfather was a janitor. My father was an electrician. I got into IT engineering. What I want to tell you is be in an industry that is worth it. Because you can be a house cleaner in a hotel, which I believe Hal did at one time, or you could be some part of the house cleaning department in a hospital. Better to be in a hospital. Why? Because there's more upside. You're in a network of an industry that has a lot of upside, a lot of opportunity. Medical industry, technology industry, great opportunities, okay? Charles, thanks, ESP. ESP, hey, D. Tony, wow, sounds like a keeper, Hal. He did good for himself. D, great video, ESP. ESP's doing her thing. Very smart lady. I was surprised. Let's stay positive. I was going to say Dairy Queen, but I'll stay positive. You did a great job. Tony, nothing like landing a job after you have been unemployed. It's a great feeling. It's always great to have that direct deposit cometh to you. I saw a guy today upload a video about he's been working as a security officer. And in 3 months, he saved about $5,000. So guys, look, the money bag's out there. Okay. And he's living in a van. Pat, go, hey, Sam. Oh, no, did I miss someone? Oh, yeah, no, I missed someone. Amar. Hey, everyone. I'm feeling moist in Florida. It's moist. It's humid. I like it. I hate dry weather. I hate dry people. So to me, I don't know why you want it dry. Okay. Some people like it dry. Not me. Pat, go, hey, Sam. Sitting by my campfire. Oh, great. You're breathing in basically toxic fumes. Listening to crickets, and you're getting bit up by mosquitoes. And tree frogs, and you're basically threatened by poisonous frogs. I hate the outdoors. I love the beach life. I hate the woods life. But Pat, go, I love you with all my heart. Why? Because you got a great sense of humor. You're a survivalist, like our guy Adam. And you have just an awesome, positive personality. And so I know I can count on you, okay, to give positive, funny comments. Now, you say, what if Pat goes the psychopath that leaves positive comments with one profile, then the other profile, they leave you death threats? It's possible. It's possible. Guys, I put nothing past anyone. So, but I choose, okay, to look at the positive. The positive is, I think Pat goes very positive. Charles, I'm feeling moist in Florida too, Amor. Oh, yeah, a lot of moistness out there. Tony, it's Friday night, and I'm feeling great. If anyone hears me, give me a hell yeah in the chat. Tony doing that Scrooge McDuck chat. I am mad at that. ESP. Thanks, D. I appreciate your support. I see, even like I rolled down my windows and my intensity went down. It's almost like I got to get back in the sauna of heat and intensity. Yeah, I feel like more intense even now with no air. Let's go back left comments. ESP, thanks, D. I appreciate your support. I enjoy reading your comments and hear you on my vids. That's awesome. Tony, no conversations at midnight at the gas station can be healthy, Tony. You're one smart guy, man. Pat, my partner calls me cheese tits. They like cheese marijuana, not the street slang meaning of cheese tits. I never even heard the street slang meaning of cheese tits. It sounds like you're in a very toxic relationship in the middle of the woods However, somehow, some way it works for you. And I tell you, God bless you. Amar? Oh, fire emoji. Oh, it's hot emoji. Hydration emoji. Yoga emoji or meditation emoji and sunrise emoji. Let's take a hydration break. $88 people watching. How many people you think live in a van? I would say less than 8. How many people daydream about living in a van? Maybe 20 to 30. How many people are watching from their house or shared apartment, and most of the people in their house they don't want to talk to? I would say the vast majority, 50 people. I want to tell you today, if you're in a shared apartment, if you're in a senior citizen assisted living house, if you're in an inherited house, if you're in a trap house, if you're in a hotel that has bed bugs, if you're a YouTuber who likes me but doesn't want to comment because you're scared other people will see you comment, or you're scared how I react because you know I'm very volatile. What I can tell you is this, guys, I see everything. I see the thumbs down, I see the IP addresses, I see the good, I see the bad. The Lord has given me a vision. But just like the Apostle Paul, even though I've been given great visions from the Lord, I've also been given a thorn in my side. I've also been given a few psychopaths who won't give it a break. And this was given to me so that I stay humble and I stay depending on the grace of God. You say, do you still believe in religion? Because Elon Musk's about to show us that we all descend from robots in Mars. Guys, that may be the next big ball drop. Okay. However, guys, look. To me, it's like stay positive as best you can. And to me, there is something I do feel in the spirit connected to something. As I get older, I get a little bit more upset about certain things. I question God about a couple more things. So I don't know where this all ends. But guys, I don't mind fuck life. I'm not going to do an hour live feed about spirituality. I'm not. I see some people do it. It gets very... Guys, just do videos about cheap housing. People don't want to think that deep. I remember an episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza was telling Jerry, like, Jerry Seinfeld was like, how can you like that cheap comedy? Like, you know, like someone like stubs themselves on their toe and they trip and they fall and everyone laughs. And Jerry was like, that's so like dumb humor. Why would you like that? Because George goes, I like dumb humor. I don't want to think about the joke. You know, guys, you have to remember, most people do not want to talk about physics. Does that make you better than them? No, guys, no one's better than anyone. However, you're not beneath anyone. If you want to talk about physics, don't talk about plumbing in a van. Sometimes I got to catch myself like, guys, I really don't want to talk about living in a van. K. Smith, $2 super chat. DM Jazz Jennings, I wish me luck. I never even heard of him. She is hot as F. Well, Key Smith, I wish you luck. I know you're a horn dog. I know you like a lot of cooch. What I can tell you is don't go looking for love in the DMs, brother. Why? Because when I had Instagram, I had a couple cute chicks did DM me, so I don't want to say I wouldn't have got with some of them. But don't forget, I did leave a DM for someone. I left a DM for a few people, so who am I to judge? I can't judge you, but I wanted to judge you. I wanted to judge you very hard, but then the Lord said to me, before you judge K. Smith, look at your own online history search. And it is true, I have DM'd a few people with some lines that I basically knew too, this ain't gonna work, but I just threw it out there. Why? I don't know. That's a good question. So thank you, Keith Smith. Adam, it's great to see you. Adam, we're sweating tonight. Love to you, brother. All right, back love comments. I got to roll down the window. It's too intense. It is too intense in here tonight. Just look at me. Look at me when you say you want to retire in a van. Okay? All right, back to live comments. Um, sure. Oh yeah, I read that. Oh yeah, I read this. Charles, Sam, make a cheese titch t-shirts. Well, we got our guy Backlash Streetwear Automotive. He's going to design some stuff. But guys, the profit margin on a t-shirt is very low. As an example, if I sell a t-shirt for 10, and now if I sell this t-shirt, probably going to be for 20, 19.99. Even if I do it on Teespring, I probably, let's say I make anywhere between $5 to $10 a shirt. Right now, I got 23,000 subs, but only about 500 to 1,000 people watch per video on the average. And out of that, only about 50 or so become members or super chat. So really, I'm looking at probably about anywhere, who would buy a t-shirt? Anywhere between 10 to 100 people. So let's say I made maximum 10% profit margin. 10 times 100 is $1,000 gross profit before tax. And that's going to take me several weeks to get up and run. My channel's not big enough to monetize off t-shirts. You're saying Inspirational Nomad. I see a lot of psychopaths with less views, less subscribers than you. They got t-shirts. Yeah, but they don't understand profit margin, guys. These are the type of people that don't understand budget and financials. Okay. Guys, it's not worth it to sell t-shirts until I could probably get at least 2,000 people to buy them. Okay. So, same thing. So you have to understand profit margin, energy, time management. For me to put that amount of time into making t-shirts, even though it'd be fun, I would like to have some of these t-shirts too. I have to share with you guys knowledge. And the knowledge is it wouldn't be worth my time. And to be honest with you, you get the t-shirt. These t-shirts are not going to be high quality. You're going to get it, go, oh my God, I got an Inspirational Nomad t-shirt. It's going to be awesome. But you're going to wash it once, probably going to fade. You're going to wash it twice. And then before you know it, you're using it to pick up your dog's urine. However, guys, look, all laundry ends up disposed. But it's got to be worth the time and the effort. So we're not at t-shirt capitalism yet. Right now, AdSense is the biggest way you capitalize, guys. You got to get a couple of videos to go viral. And it's not going to be me doing a video like this. This is these are the blows to the body. I go viral through my RV reviews, or once in a while I do a regular video about a subject, even if it is the nomadic subject, and it's very measured, it's very centered, it's very calm, okay? Because that's what the masses want. You say Inspirational Nomad, you have a loyal following. You have 85 people. That's not the masses. These are the people that rock with me. I rock with them. We connect on a deep level. Okay. Most people, guys, they're thumbing through YouTube. My channel gets recommended. They're only going to watch if it's something that appeals to their mass interest. RVs, housing, living cheap, etc. And I got to do a really great job for them to get engaged. But every video I've made, I've made over 3,000 videos. Not one of them did I make and say, I know this is going to go viral. None. I just kind of do my thing. I manage my time. And upload. I measure it, guys. Every video you see is not just me behind this steering wheel. Why? Because you got to mix it up. It's like any boxing match, guys. You got to mix it up. You can't just throw one jab. You got to mix it up. So you say, I want to have a YouTube channel. I want to live in my van and have a YouTube channel. Well, guys, it's a flooded market right now, and it's less than 1% of people that live in a van as far as population of society. If you're a hot chick, you got an advantage, but your disadvantage is you're not always going to be hot, and you're probably going to get pregnant at some point. And I've seen a couple nomad people, their wife got pregnant. She don't want to be on camera no more. So now they got to do this teaching thing, like where they teach you how to be a nomad. It's a snooze fest, but a lot of people like it. All right, let's go back to live comments. Christina, good evening, everyone. Love to you. Amar, hell yeah, Tony. Tony, that's what I'm talking about, Amar. Tony, thank you again, brother. I could tell you that it is great to sleep in a vehicle. I actually enjoy it more than a house in many regards. As I get older, I don't know. I would at least like to have my own little plot of land to have the peace there. Christina, those are all important questions we older people need to face. Christina, I love you. I know you're going to figure it out. Why? Well, because you're smart and you're positive. Look, ultimately, Christina, what do I think is going to end up happening to you? My honest thought is probably you're going to live with your ungrateful daughter. She's basically going to treat you not good, but not bad. And, maybe you'll go on like a weekend journey in your regular car. Now, does that mean that's what's going to happen? No. You could totally never talk to your daughter again, buy a van, hit the road, and prove me wrong. So, but I want to say that to you. Why? Because if I'm your friend, these are the odds you're against. Okay? This is the reality you face. Are you going to not be a safety blanket for your daughter? Are you going to be willing to deal with your daughter saying you're a crazy old woman living in your van? Are you going to stay on the road? Are you even going to give it a shot? Or are you just watching me like you watch the Hallmark Channel? I want to challenge you tonight. Because I'm not a guy on the Hallmark Channel. I actually talk back to you. Out of love, not out of disrespect. Don't take it like that because I respect you. I know you've been very positive and supportive of me. I want to cut to the chase. See, some people, they want me to be their therapist that talks to them in a circle for 10 years. I don't want to hurt you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any of my words or my thoughts. This is to save you time and aggravation so you can focus on what's important to you. If it's important to you to give it a shot to live in a van or whatever you want to do, get going. If it's not, I would never want to steal someone's daydream because I understand there's value in the boom boom room. So the boom boom room is this imaginary place when you basically got no options in life, but you still need an escape. I respect that. I want to find a balance between just being an imaginary place where you go. I want to be some information, some inspiration. I want to be some motivation. I want to give you a balance of things. Right now, I hear an 18-wheel truck revving its engine. Right, here we go. I'm in a gas station right now. When you're in a gas station, guys, you live amongst the truck drivers. When you're in a house, you live amongst your ungrateful relatives. When you're in a shared apartment, you live amongst those who have low income. Where are you? Where are you tonight? Leave a comment below. Let me know where you are. Are you in a marriage that you can't get out of? Are you waiting for someone to die? Are you dying? Are you waiting? Someone left a comment today. I can't believe this. I did a RV lot or a mobile home on the lot for $40,000, and we're at the peak of housing. And you know what this psychopath says? Don't buy that. Wait till the housing crash so you can get it for $20,000. I was, oh my God. This is the reality. $40,000 is still not cheap enough for some people. And they're still gonna. Someone told me 5 years ago, don't buy that RV lot for $75,000. Wait till the housing market crashes. It'll be $40,000. You know what it is now? $160,000. What am I telling you? I'm telling you, be very careful on who you listen to, including me. See, guys, part of this nomadic life is a little bit of an independent soul, a willingness to go against the grain, but still conforming to the rules and regulations of the land. But it's a renegade lifestyle. For some people, it's a drug addict, mental illness lifestyle. Most people. Some people, it's a destitute lifestyle. Guys, there's people eating outside right now, looking at me. Yeah. I could see it from about 100 yards away. I don't know if they hear me talking or if they're just psychopaths eating at an all-night gas station. You know, this is a whole other lifestyle. Now, if you can park in someone's house, you know, and and that's a thing for you, then you eliminate a big portions of the problem. But you're on someone else's land. You have to remember that. But, obviously you're on wheels, so you can always move. All right, let's go back live comments. Amar, I want to travel more and see what community I most vibe with and retire there. I love this. Keep coming back to Florida, though. It just fits. Well, not just fits. It's the best looking state in the entire country. Oh my God, Christina. Thank you, Sam. Christina, everything I said is out of love. I love you, Christina. I love you. And forgive me for being late on that. Adam, good night, my friend. Got to go to sleep. Damn it, Adam. Adam also said, I'm in Michigan, Sam, at my parents'. About to go. I'm late on these comments. I feel bad, Adam. I love you, brother. Happy again birthday to you. Let me get to these comments, Adam. Christina, thank you. I love you. Thank you, everyone, for being patient with me. Let's go back live comment. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Christina. And Keith Smith, I missed another one, guys. I'm slacking. Water break. Also, you Jersey dudes got game. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, look, as far as game, at the end of the day, everyone just wants a good-looking person. The mouthpiece, the ability to talk will get you a little bit, but all girls pretty much want a tall guy with a nice ass. All guys want a girl that's classy, but a freak in the sheets and looks good. There's some people that like big chicks. There's some people that like old chicks. I mean, but most people, their relationships are based on looks. Look, and now what happens is, once you realize and accept that you can't get a good-looking person, then you accept someone who is basically Joe Biden. Does whatever you want. Just, shut up and let me do what I want. I control you. So, but the opposite of Joe Biden, guy, is Donald Trump. So who do you want to live with? I'll take Biden. At least he's going to go to sleep and let you do what you want at night. Okay? Trump's up all night thinking about what he's going to do tomorrow. This guy's fucking, he never goes to bed. He's fucking always busting your balls. Okay? So at least Joe Biden, you can act like you run shit when he goes to sleep. Okay? So guys, we pick our poison in life. Like Nas says, I got no game. It's just some bitches understand my story. It's true. All right, back live comments. Guys, forgive me, guys. I'm slacking tonight. I feel it. Yeah, I was basically saying to Amar that, look, guys, I've traveled. There's no better state than Florida. I mean, you could say Southern Cal. Politics are different. The Pacific Ocean is different. So Atlantic Ocean for the win. And look, guys, like I say, I like Florida's politics, not on a global scale, but on an individual state scale. In your individual state, you want it run a certain way, but obviously the globe, you got to play a certain game. So, D, hey, Christina, Amar. I never thought I could live comfortably in a Corolla. Shout out to Toyota Corolla. But I'm going through learning curve. I found I don't need much to be happy. And it comes from within, not out there. Well, I agree with that. Look, one good thing about minimalism is that, even if I eventually do buy a house and I don't live in a car anymore, I don't want a lot of stuff. I want a small house. I don't want a lot of stuff. And you guys know me. I'm not a vehicle upgrader. I'm not someone who's always chasing a new vehicle, always chasing a new purchase. Guys, one thing I've shown you through 4 years, I'm a very content minimalist. I like to basically just stack the bag and look for a long-term strategic opportunity. That's it. Because believe me, guys, I could have upgraded a million times. And some people got mad because they want me to upgrade. But, hey, guys, I'm not going to upgrade at the expense of not making a cautious decision. Because once you start a big purchase, hard to get out of it. Christina, I love you. Hey, D. Hope you're well. Christina, we love you. I appreciate you. Respect you. Charles, that's a good outlook, Amar. Very positive people in here. Tony, time to crack the window, bro. Yeah, I can't decide if I want to crack the window or basically just breathe limited oxygen. This is crazy. Amar, is that a girl living in her van? Oh no, that's just a chick throwing some shit out. All right. Amar, fatty love, fate, good or bad, change what you can, and learn to take responsibility for everything else. I agree with that. Amar, all night gas station with Sam gives me inspirational fuel. Well, that's awesome. Keeping it moving, onwards and upwards. Thank you for your positive attitude. I love that. Gianna, love to you. I hope you're doing well. We love you. We appreciate you. Same thing, you and Christina. You know I love you both. I respect you both. I think you're smart, strong women. And I think you both know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think you both know that you're capable to do whatever you want. You've made it this far in life. Thank you again, Jack. Thank you again, Mike. Amar, weekend at Biden's. Paco, a friendly squirrel is out to get you. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You know, like I say, I don't trust friendly people. I don't trust mean people. Overall, I think people are decent. I mean, I'm not a paranoid person, but I put nothing past no one. So I just kind of move with caution, but I don't move with paranoia. Obviously, it's like anything, right? Like if you get in an accident, you have post-traumatic stress. It's like you get a little bit more scared driving behind the car after an accident, right? For at least for the first few months. So obviously, if someone's shooting at you, you know, you're going to be a little bit scared, you know, for the first few months till you get back on your feet. So obviously, you know, it's like everything in life. You get the knock on the door, you get a little bit more paranoid for a little bit. So this is part of life, guys. But we keep showing up. Timothy, in Ohio this week, it has been hotter than one of Hunter Biden's spoons. Oh, that ain't right. That's try to get Buzz's balls on a drug use. God forbid. Pat Go, laughing my ass off. Timothy, hell yeah. Pat Go, heck yes. D, Mount Sinai is the #1 in orthopedics in the country, is it? That's awesome. Good job. Keith Smith, be careful with those DMs, but I love you and I empathize with you. Adam, good evening, Sam. Adam, I apologize, man. Adam, man, I hope I'm still giving you value. If I'm not, I want you to know that don't feel obligated to come in here, man. I want you to be part of here as long as you want to. And I love you. I'm grateful for you. But, you know, I think about you. You got a lot going on, man. And you're very positive. I don't know how you do it. Keith Smith, water break. Yeah, I'm fucking sweating. I'm hot. But I love you, man. Thank you for the gracious tip. D, Sam, when you can't run from danger, it's a really scary feeling. I can understand. I agree with that. It sucks big time having a broken leg. No, I empathize. This is a fair point. I can't wait to be able to walk again. I agree. I agreed. Now, look, if Dee was living in a van and she broke her leg, what would she do? Well, if it wasn't a self-contained van, she'd have to rent an apartment or stay in a hotel. If she had a fully self-contained van, she'd have to park it and live in that van in an RV park until she get better. So, you know, guys, I'm in an all-night gas station. Trying to navigate an all-night gas station, you know, with special effects, with this was the spooky one we all like, right? Tonight on the I can't even get into like this. The spirit isn't here. This is a good special effect though that I enjoy when I'm in a certain spooky mood. This is a very good special effect they give me. What other ones do they give me? The bubbles, we know about the bubbles. This not really do much. This makes me look good. Every chick that has bad skin, she always does an Instagram picture with a black and white. So like if you're trying to get with a chick and she does a lot of black and white Instagram pics, her skin is very bad. Why? Because guys, black and white covers up a lot of stuff. This is no good. This is no good. This is no good. Yeah, so we got about a couple good filters. You know, we got the black and white if we're trying to sex people out. We got the Joe Biden psychedelic dementia filter. And then we got the I'm coming to kill you, I'm doing a capital raid filter. Yeah. So there's pretty much only a few filters that you get to choose from on here. D, $3 don't come kill me super chat. Thank you, D. Shout out to you. Charles, $2.99 super chat. Thumbs up. You guys hit him with the double up. Charles, congratulations on your monetization. D, You keep healing and you keep sharing your testimony. It's helping a lot of people. You guys and girls have been gracious to me tonight, and I want to thank you. All right, let me go back to live comments. Gianna Love. Pat Go. Yeah, you like that dementia filter, Pat Go? Adam's about to go to bed. I have to do bushcraft in the morning. That's like outdoor survivalist. Trying to get motivation up if I want to sleep in, but I got to get going doing that. Yeah, well, if you go to sleep by midnight, you don't want to wake up past 7 a.m. 7 hours, plenty. If you go to sleep by 11, wake up by 6. If you go to sleep by 10, wake up at 5. You want to get at least 6 hours, no more than 8 hours. Somewhere in that range. That's all you need. You don't need naps. Good job. I love you, Adam. Christina, you know I love you. All my heart. I believe in you. You're a smart woman. You didn't get this far, okay, by being a pushover. Look, one thing I know, guys, I tell you pretty straightforward, but sometimes it's in a joking manner. I love and I empathize with all my parents, specifically the mothers. Even though I bust the balls about, the mothers and the daughters and this and that. Look, a mother's love is a blessing. A daughter could be a devil, but I understand at a certain level. I'll never say I completely understand, but I understand, the pain of a parent, the pain of a mother. When I had a dog, I was like her mother and father. And when I went to a hospital, it's the number one thing I worried about. And my dog, sometimes, she would be a lot to take care of. I couldn't even imagine a daughter or son. I mean, same thing with a son too. So, but I don't know. I don't have the answers on what everyone should do and when they should do it. Like I say, guys, I try to give you a spark, a jolt, not to make you do one thing over the other, but to give you some thought-provoking things and to at least at some point do something. But it doesn't have to be to buy something, but it's to do something that you may want to do, but do it in a measured way where you mitigate risk. Adam, shout out to you, Michigan, and your parents. I respect everything you're doing for them. I love you. Adam, you've been gracious. D, happy birthday, Adam. He's a very positive guy, D. Thank you for your positivity. Adam, thanks, D. Working on an A-frame shelter tomorrow. Shout out to that. Yeah, the A-frame travel trailers are a pretty simple, cheap thing you can get for about 12 grand. And you can live out of an A-frame. Doesn't have a bathroom, some of them, but you can live out of it. Christina, when you made the hybrid nomad video, it liberated me. Now I can work with what works for me. Yeah, thank you, Christina. Yeah, the hybrid nomad is the nomad who lives in their regular vehicle and then periodically, strategically, will rent a hotel or Airbnb when they need to. And if they do that very carefully, they could mitigate their cost and still live below the average of a conforming life. However, there's a lot of movement. You're never settled. As a woman, as a mother, well, I shouldn't, look, there's some women now. Look, ESP lives in her car, but she's young. I don't think she has kids. Sarah, same thing. She lives in her car. She don't have kids, though. I don't know. It's like the hybrid nomad model works, but after I got bed bugs, I don't want to go back to any hotel. I got very upset about that. Especially when I'm paying $35. I don't know if it was bed bugs, but I got itchy. I don't trust hotels anymore. And there must be someone from the hotel that watches me, because every time I say that, they bust my balls. Are you the one that gave me death threats? I see you. So, guys, look. I thank God for living a free life. I do. Look, I like living in my car because so many people just want you to be miserable with them. Do I like doing YouTube? I do like it. I do have a gift for it. I appreciate all those who support. I hate dealing with the few mentally ill. Not the good mentally ill, because there's some great people that are mentally challenged. Just the nasty ones. And I totally despise them because I don't know what they want from me. They just will not. But it's like what Paul the Apostle said in the scriptures. Even though the Lord's given me great things, he's also given me a thorn in the side. So even though I'm fully monetized, I've also been given a thorn in the side. I have to deal with psychopaths to the day I stop doing YouTube. Now, if I stop doing YouTube, then I have to deal with psychopaths in real life, but I'm not going to get any side money. But I don't have to deal with as many psychopaths in our privacy. Obviously, look, guys, there's a level of enjoyment because this is my one of my talents, one of my gifts, the gift of communication, the gift to basically analyze psychopaths and understand life at a grand scale. So, but I see this, like as I say this, I see the person behind their multiple profiles flipping through. I see their search history. I see their mentality with all the people they've dealt with in their life, and I see how their mind is calculating their decision to play with the thumbs up, thumbs down. And it was like the movie with Jennifer Lopez. I recommend you watch it, The Cell. When Jennifer Lopez in a sci-fi movie, she got shrunken down to a cell. She went into the mind of a serial killer. Guys, I understand the mind of a serial killer. I do. Like some people say, I don't understand how someone can do that. I totally get it. I totally get how someone does suicide, someone does mass shooting. I don't do it. I don't preach it, guys. All my teachings are wholesome stuff, but I understand them. And so being that I understand them, it's a very weird dynamic that I see the illness. Okay. And like really all I could do is say, look, there's nothing I can do. I could give them bubbles. Bubbles will distract them for a little bit. But it's like the iPad that you give someone that has a serious problem. Yeah, now they're bringing their serious problem online. Guys, all the mentally ill have been given an iPad and unlimited access to the internet. And I have to deal with them. And I know you don't like when I say that, but I want you to really monitor who you're giving unlimited access to, because these people are making the world look worse than it is. They're leaving crazy comments. They're not respecting a level of humanity. And that's why when you go online, it's destroying people's mental health. It's because people do not want to either put people in homes, they do not want to take care of their own children, or the people running the insane asylum don't even want to deal with it, so they just give them an iPad. I'm left dealing with the people no one wants to deal with. But it's only like one or two people. Look at all the good people. The good people only like when I talk about this because they've dealt with it in their own life. Family members, friends. And they feel the same way as me. They have empathy. They have love. They don't want to be mean. But they don't want to be terrorized. Guys, I said to myself today when I got a death threat, I said, what video could I have made? Like, guys, I know I talk like funny. I talk about politics, stuff about it. But guys, I mean, what am I really talking about? The nomad life, okay? Buying cheap houses, Florida. Guys, the terrorism comes from when I don't want to talk to people, when I block them. That's the terrorism. When I limit access. It has nothing to do with my content as far as, maybe they don't like some of my politics or whatever. But guys, I mean, I'm not running for office. I'm not in office, guys. I mean, I don't know what you want. When you live in your van, guys, you go into this another dimension of delusion. You can't help with it. Because, guys, when you get in your van, it's like you get in a Scooby-Dooby-Doo van. You go into the psychedelic dimension where you live amongst those who some have dementia, some have dementia, some have delusions, some are just trying to, get out of the conforming life. But there's very few people that are staying on the road that haven't gone to this other dimension. And once you go van, it's hard to go back. Because how do you go back to an HOA when you've been in a gas station with no HOA? How do you go back to a single family house when you see a single lady living in her van with 3 dogs? Well, you get burnt out and you get too old. And you say, well, if I'm going to deal with psychopaths, at least they're a little bit more ruly in a community. But even though, again, guys, I had that Jaguar emblem stolen in a gated community. Are you safe from psychopaths? Guys, there's psychopaths everywhere. So that's why, like, to me, it's like, well, fuck it. What am I going to do? You know, I thought I was getting away from a psychopath when I bought a condo in a gated community. Come to find out, they're in there too. Yeah. I thought I was getting rid of the psychopaths, okay, when I did members only. But guys, they created members only accounts. What a fucking disaster. But I go on this 10-minute rant, and most people in here are very positive. They're trying to do the best they can to get away from the craziness too. One of the ultimate challenges in this world is to try to stay positive. And I try, because as you get older, you become a grumpy old person. It's true. I have some grumpy old people. I don't want to say that, because if I say that, it's going to bring up bad things. Let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. See, that's the other part about being a YouTuber. There's so many stories I could share, but then they all end up like, and let's stay positive. All right, let's stay positive. Christina, oh, I love you. I love you, Christina. You'll figure it out. You're smart. D, thank you so much. Charles, thank you so much. Amar, much love to you. Take care out there and have an awesome weekend. We love you, Amar. It's so hot in here. We love you. Pago, it's the psychedelic dementia filter. It was there. Pago, leave a comment right now if you're in the middle of the woods getting eaten up by mosquitoes. Anyone right now, I'm gonna be so focused on this live chat. If you want to leave a comment, we'll do it right now. Other than that, I'm going to take a gasp of air. And I said to myself, did I really talk about anything tonight? Did I just go over the same thing we talk about most of the time? Some of it was the same stuff. Am I still excited about living on the road? Well, I kind of go back to what's my alternative? I look at these communities, again, I look at the bylaws. I say, do I want to go back to this? I know I don't want to go back to New Jersey, other than, though, September. Actually, in September, I really don't even want to go back. I do want to go back to see my mother, but I'm not even really looking. It'll be nice. It's a nice vacation, but. Amar. No tentacle porn. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to do the nasty porn. It's just unhealthy for the mind. It's like watching a horror movie, you know. It's true. I like being efficient. I like not paying for things I don't use. You know, that's what living in a vehicle does, guys. You're going to use everything. Every bit of gas is used for something. Every bit of square footage in your vehicle is used for something. There's not a lot of waste. I like that about living in a vehicle. If I decide to go to New Jersey in September, I'm not wasting rent. I'm not wasting a mortgage. Everything I own is always with me. Tonight from the all-night gas station, 4 years removed from a gated community. I have no further thoughts. I hope these thoughts and this time of sharing helped you in some way. I hope that you got a glimpse into what it's like to live in your car, into what it's like to be a YouTuber, into what it's like to just be a human in this world. This moment in time has now ended. And now we go to the next thing. Life is how you want to spend your time, how you want to spend your money, and who you want to spend it with. Good night, D. As D reminds us, We can never prevent some accidents, but obviously try to take care of yourself as best you can. As Dee reminded us, if you're going to buy a house, be very cautious on which one you buy. If you're going to buy a van, be very cautious which one you buy. If you're going to have a roommate, be very cautious which one you live with. As we approach midnight, not much good can happen. It's time to go to sleep. And on that note, peace.